Hi everyone, Josh from Tall Toad Music here again from my little home studio with a cool guitar we got here at Tall Toad. This is another vintage guitar. It is a 1964 Epiphone Cortez, which is the FT45 natural top. These are some really overlooked guitars, or at least they used to be. Nowadays people are kind of catching up to them. So this is a replaced bridge. And these are one of the guitars that Epiphone and Gibson were doing with the adjustable bridge. The cool thing is that this guitar is basically the exact same thing as a B25N. I mean, like probably made on the same assembly line, and it sounds just as good, but it doesn't say Gibson on it, so they tend to be a little more approachable price-wise. This one has had a headstock repair. And like I said, the bridge has been replaced, which for vintage value doesn't really help it, but for sound value, a lot of people would argue that it does. So it brings down the price, but actually brings up the quality of the sound of guitar. So, you know, depending on what you're looking for, that's a good thing. This one is in pretty good shape. You know, it's got some scuffs and dings, and it's nice and light. It's super comfy to play. It's got a pretty small neck, so this is the 60s when they were starting to really shrink the nuts this way. So I don't, probably 11/16 neck, and pretty skinny here too. So the strings are pretty close together. But super easy to play. Fingerstyle wise, a lot of fingerstyle players are like a wider neck. You can obviously play anything on any guitar. What this one I think really shines at is just straight up. Sorry about that, had to turn my levels down here because I think what this thing really shines at is just really digging in, and it has this beautiful growl when you're playing. Just some straight up cowboy chords and that sort of stuff. It's got this great percussive and like warm mid-range, you know, enough bass but not too much. And again, like always, I have a mic pointed at me to talk to you, and I have one mic about 1.5 feet, 2 feet away with the 12th fret, pointed at the 12th fret, and I'll strum a little bit, and then I'll do a little fingerstyling as always, and then we're going to go over sort of like a rhythm hammer-on technique, kind of talking about hammer-on the full chords and what it can do to kind of spice up your playing. So here's some strumming. Random chord progressions. I probably should play a regular progression, but I just kind of throw out all the chords so you can kind of hear what's happening on all these different parts of the neck. Just such a tight little groovy guitar. Okay, a little fingerstyling, which it sounds great. It's just there's not a lot of room between the strings. Okay, so here is sort of the idea behind. I did a lesson on hammer-ons a while back, I believe, if I remember right. And of course, like hammering on inside of your chord, it does great things for spicing up your rhythm. Instead of just like a, you know, a C and a G, you kind of hammer on. Again, I'm doing a lot of the muting with my right hand. That's a lesson for another day. So what I'm kind of talking about, we're hammering on the entire chords, and why I'll probably call this an intermediate lesson is you got to have your chord shapes pretty strong. You can't still be, you know, trying to find your fingering. And what I'm sort of talking about that you hear a lot of players do is this sort of thing. So I'm literally striking the strings open and then bringing the chord in. So obviously, like I said, your chords need to be pretty confident because you need to drop them all sort of at the same time. And it's, you know, it's sort of an intermediate timing thing, but you know, if we were going to practice this, I would grab a chord that you're familiar with. I started with A minor, so let's do that. And I'm thinking 2, 3, 4, 3 and 4 and 1 and. So you're actually bringing the chord in on the and of the 1. So 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3. Of course, you can do it anywhere in the bar. But it's really effective in sort of what I was kind of imparting to you at the beginning of the bar. So it's the 1 and it just kind of takes a little bit of that monotony out of it, maybe. Oh, sorry, we'll stay with A minor. But a lot of times when you're starting out, you're sort of, you know, a lot of beginners have the thought of, oh, my chord has to be in the perfect position before, you know, I play that downbeat. And if you come in on that and, it's a cool little sound. I'm just doing it with like an E, the bottom of an E9 chord or E7 chord, an A7, just with like 5th fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret, I'm sorry, 5th fret, 5th fret, 6th fret, so just low E, dampening the A, the D string, and then the G string on the 6th fret, and I'm kind of dampening the top two. And I was kind of doing the same thing, but just with one note. That's sort of an extrapolation of the timing thing. Okay, anyways, hope this does something for someone's rhythm playing, and we just wanted to get this guitar out here. These guitars don't stick around long because they're really great deals. The other thing is we get some guitars in that maybe need some rehab, and we have some great luthiers that we work with. So anything you get, you can know that it's going to be tip top, and And if for some reason you want it set up differently or whatever, we know some great people and we will make it happen. Thanks, everyone.